Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's daily LeetCode question is continuous subarray sum. So we are given an array nums and an integer value k. So we have to return true if nums is a good subarray. So now what is a good subarray? Let's look into it. A good subarray is a subarray which has a length of at least two elements, and that two elements sum will be will be in the multiples of k. So let us say, for example, if our k value equal to 4, so our array is 2, 2, 3. So here you can clearly see that the 4 is a multiple of 4. So it is a good array. So we have to return true. So likewise, so if our array contains 5, 5, and 5, so none of them sum will be multiples of k. So we have to return false. So we have to note that if our subarray should be in continuous part, so the element should be in consecutive indexes, not on the separate indexes, where I to j, all of the sums should be in the multiples of k, and I to j should be in a continuous manner, not in a different indexes. So that is the one condition, so we will take care of. And another integer x, if so here catch is so 0. If the 0 is also a valid in terms of multiples of k, if any of the movement we will get some 0. So if there are two zeros in an array, so we can truly say that 0 plus 0 equal to 0. So here they have given that 0 is always a multiples of k, so we can simply return true. So if an array contains two zeros, we can clearly say that the array is in good subarray, so we can return true. So let's look into an example part. So here is an example. So our first example is nums. So 23, 2, 4, 6, 7. So the k value is 6. Here you can see that 2 plus 4 equal to 6, and the both are in a continuous manner. So 6 is a multiples of 6. So we can have to return true. And the same example, so we can have another look. 23 plus 2 plus 6 plus 4 plus 7 equal to 42. So 42 is a multiples of 6. So we have to return true. And another example is the same array but k value is 13. So none of them sums, continuous sums, are in the multiples of 13. So we have to return false. I hope you understand the question. So let's look into the intuition part. So here you can clearly see that we have to maintain the continuous sum. So whenever we hear a word continuous or maximum, so we have to try the approach of prefix sum. I hope you know about the prefix sum. So we have to maintain the prefix sum of the existing element. So initially the array is length of 5. So I will take 5 boxes. Okay. Indexes from 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the first it will be 23, and next 23 plus 2, 25, and next 25 plus 4, 29, 29 plus 6, 35, 35 plus 7, 42. So here, so we can simply have a sum, cumulative sum from starting to end of the array, and you can check that is there any number which is in the multiples of the k. So if exist, so we can simply return true. So our first case is that we have to maintain cumulative sum from the starting to end, and if there is any sum that is multiples of k, so we can simply return true. Else then we have to iterate to the array and check the is there any differences between sums that is in the multiples of k. Means 23 minus 25, which is 2. 2 is not in multiples of 6. Okay, 23 minus 29. Is this in the multiples of the difference is 6? It is in the multiples of 6? Yes. So we have to return true. So likewise, we have to check from each and every place 22, 25, 23, 29, 23, 35, 23, 40, 25, 29, 25, 35, 25, 40. So this is the basic approach. So by following this approach, our time complexity will be n square. So you can look at the constraints. So we can look at the constraints. The constraints are 10 power 5. Uh, if the constraint is at the maximum length of 10 power 5, so our time complex should be because 10, not because n square. So we may let prevent time complexity error in upcoming test cases. So we have to try another method. So whenever we are having this type of hurdles in the solving the problem, so we can simply use a hash set or a hash map. So this is the first thing which I have learned solving 200 plus problem in LeetCode. So whenever we have to maintain something reusable things, so we can simply use an hash set or an hash map. Uh, for so if we want to maintain some duplicates, then we can go with list or array list. But if we have to maintain unique values only, then we have to go with hash set or hash map. So this thing you always keep in mind while doing the problem. So we will be using a hash map or a hash set. Anything is possible. Okay, guys. Now let's look into a hash map solution. So initially we have, so as I wrote before the sums. So here it will be 23, 25, 29, 35, 42. Now, so is there anything that HashMap can do? Yes. So we will take out the reminders of this. So 6 modulus of 23. The remainder will be something like 6 table. So let's go to 6 table and revise it. The remainder will be 5. So next 25. So 25 in the 6 table, the remainder will be 1. 29. The remainder will be, of course, 24 will be the last one. So if the remainder will be 5. 35. The remainder will be 5. 42. The remainder will be 0. So in this problem, we encounter the 0, so we can happily return true. If we haven't recorded any 0, so we can simply see that the 5 that appeared first and the 5 has appeared again. The difference between those both is in multiples of k. So have you the 23 minus 29, difference is 6. 6 is in the multiples of 6. So here you can directly store the sum or you can directly store the remainder. No problem. So 5, and we by using hash map we can map the indices. So first 5 is occurred at 0 and next 5 has occurred at index 2. So while discussing our problem, there is a condition that at least two elements. So at least two elements means the difference between the indices of the positions should be greater than 1 or greater than or equal to 2. That means 2 minus 0 is 2. So we can simply return true. I hope you understand intuition and solution. Let's look into the code explanation. Okay, and now let's look into the code explanation. So we have to create a hash map and we have to mark the 0th index as -1 because we need more than 2 elements. So we will maintaining prefix sum, and we will be generating a reminder. And if that is already exists in HashMap, we will be checking that if the differences between the both the indices is greater than 1 or not. If yes, just return true. If not, just update the reminder. So at last, if none of them is found, so we will be simply returning false. I hope you understand the solution and addition video. The code is in the GitHub. Please do this. Thank you.